The Kaizen is in Deedles by Aldo Canul. During years, companies been being searched the continuous improvement. Sometimes we're thinking that all the process are already written. Sometimes the only thing we do is to do the same that has always been done, and sometimes we believe that the Kaizen is to automate some process. Masaaki Amon was introduced the term Kaizen in the 30s, when the first vehicle production line started in Japan. Through the decades, the Kaizen reached the whole world, and now all of us know is what is this, however. It's not the 30s anymore. Now, the Kaizen is a corporation mindset to find a little constant improves, but the employees don't focus on the details of the everyday works. The question here is, why? We are in a time when the 4 generations work together at the same time, and the inclusion is one of the pillars with high weighing in the society. That diversity in the companies, it could be a big challenge to the leaders, because each person learns to the different form with a different strategy. Therefore, we are losing the way to putting attention to the details of work. With years passing, the Kaizen was introduced in the field professional and personal life of the people, and it's working very well. But what happened when we are no longer find the continuous improvement anymore? The life and the work become in something so routine, and the companies that just concentrate in being as inclusive as possible, but only in a hiring, not in training. I want to emphasize that each person learns to the different form with a different strategy. We can no longer continue thinking that how I learned, others learn. An example is when was hiring a younger on the Generation Z, and the trainer is on the Generation X. The Generation X learned to work based on long routines, and many of their knowledge and skills was learning with the month pass, and sometimes with method, trial, and error. So, the trainer thinks, how I learned like this. You should learn the same way, because before we learn better. To the leaders, it is very difficult to remove the stigma from the most yesteryear employees. We are in a generation war. Each one wants to be better than the other. So, in these cases, who must apply the Kaizen? The leader, the trainer, or the new hiring? Where is the detail in these cases? Because it could be the other way around. The trainer could be on the Generation Z, and the new hiring on the Generation X. And what happened if the new hiring is a transgender person? Or a person with ADD? How do you teach them without any prejudice? I think you already understand. The how to teach is the detail of the Kaizen. The companies must be clear that it can't to use the same training plan with all diversity person. Imagine how much companies could be saved if their training plan come of effective. It is a hard work, yes, it is. But if you have an inclusive training plan for each all diversity person, the productivity results will be so effective. It is very important to train of the trainers, make a good capacitation plan, and I recommend making and have a manual of possible reactions of the persons to be able to act on it in the most effective way. My name is Aldo Canul, Senior Test Technologist and Football Coach. And remember, each person learns to the different form with a different strategy. Please like and share if you would more information like this. Canul Workout.